Mom, he said he had something important to say today.
Sweetheart, he's going to propose.
Julian. Julian, what are you doing?
Seraphina, marry me.
Yes.
What are you two doing?
Explain yourself!
I'm telling you, it's over. I love Seraphina.
How long has this been going on?
Since the first night I had dinner at your house. You really thought you could slap me?
Let go! Move, old woman. How dare you shove my mom!
Crazy bitch!
Seraphina, I raised you so I could spend my life trailing after her. I took her man today. She had it coming.
Let's go.
Not yet. Julian wanted to put the ring on my finger right here under this arch while you watched.
Next month, I'll propose to you right here.
You threw that at me? Stop!
Mom! What's wrong?
You. She's faking. Ignore her.
Let's go.
Not yet.
Mom! Wake up!
You couldn't even keep your boyfriend. You still the nerve to cry? You stole my fiancé and drove Mom to collapse, and you still dare stand here! I only took back what should have been mine. When have Mom and Dad ever been unfair to you? Then why do you get the Winters name? Why do you get 5% more shares? They make up the difference in cash every year. You get the same total. Then why am I adopted? Why am I always beneath you? So you seduced Julian because you're jealous I'm their real daughter? No, because I want you to know I can take anything you have. Julian, everything the Winters family. And you're nothing. Once Julian and I are married, I'll be the next Mrs. Ashford. You can stay in this garden, pray your mother dies. Otherwise, with the ICU burning through tens of thousands a day, how will you pay?
Seraphina, you wanted to be the lady of the Ashford family, didn't you?
How much longer?
At least an hour. 3 cars crashed up ahead. The whole road is shut down.
The signing is in 20 minutes. It's a $40 billion project.
Mr. Ashford?
You know me?
Who in this city doesn't? Stuck in traffic?
Obviously.
Where are you headed?
International Trade Center.
I'm headed that way. 20 minutes. Coming?
I don't ride motorcycles.
Then you'll be an hour late. Can a $40 billion deal wait?
Sir, this is too dangerous. You can't get on a stranger's motorcycle. If something happens...
If we lose this $40 billion deal, will you answer for it? How do I get on?
Swing your leg over. Hold on to me.
Slow down.
Scared?
I'm not used to riding behind someone.
Then hold tighter.
You did that on purpose.
Mr. Ashford, you don't seem nervous when you're holding me.
I was steadying myself.
We're here. I heard Mrs. Ashfield passed away 7 years ago. 7 years is a long time, living alone in that huge estate. Don't you get lonely at night?
Miss Winters, you being on Sapphire Hollow Avenue today was no accident. You knew I'd pass by. You knew about the traffic. You may even have known my signing time. You wanted to get close to me. The motorcycle, the same route, these little tricks. I've seen plenty of people trying to lash on the Ashfords. You're not the first.
If you look down on people who lash on so much, why are you still holding me? Besides, I'm just a helpful citizen. We're here, Mr. Ashford. Get off. Don't you have a contract to sign? Take care. Next time you ride a motorcycle, hold on tighter. It's safer.
There won't be a next time.
Then we'll see how lucky you are.
Head upstairs. Taking the same route again?
I've been coming to this cafe for 3 years. If you want to call it stalking, I can't stop you.
Your bike is scratched. Did you fall?
Scraped it by accident. You, on the other hand, almost fell getting off.
I did not fall.
I know. Almost.
Has your injury healed?
Sharp eyes. But like I said, I bumped it by accident.
You have a lot of accidents.
I wanted to ask you about something. Ashford Group's charity gala operations. I'm helping the Winters Family Foundation look for partners.
For something that small, let my secretary handle it.
I'd rather discuss it with you.
Why?
Because projects you oversee have the highest success rate. And you don't look like someone who hands things off to a secretary.
Fine, I'll take your card. Whether I reply depends on my mood.
You're copying me.
Likewise. You're focused when you ride fast. Unlike now, all thorns.
Miss Winters, Wednesday at 3, my office. I'll teach you. Are you free? Or name a time.
Why so impatient?
You gave me your card, then ignored my message. That's rude.
Already restless, Mr. Ashford? You're easier to hook than I thought.
You didn't answer my message.
Didn't I? Maybe I forgot.
Malfunction.
You seem nervous.
No.
Then why are you gripping the handrail? Your knuckles are white.
I don't like enclosed spaces.
Noted. Next time, no later. Dominic, you can hold my hand.
No need.
Your palm is sweating.
We'll have it fixed right away. Please wait.
Once it's fixed, you'll be safe.
You did this on purpose.
Did what? Come to your company to discuss the foundation? Or get on this elevator?
Wish all of it.
Dominic, you're overthinking it. I'm here business.
But that look just now was kind of cute. He took the bait.
You said I looked kind of cute.
What about it?
No one has ever said that to me.
Because no one dared.
There's a private dinner this weekend. Not a charity event. Just a few friends.
Is that you asking me out?
More or less.
Why?
Because I want to see you.
I'll think about it. But this time I'm in a good mood.
You came.
You invited me yourself. It would have been rude not to.
You've never been polite to me.
Then why invite me?
Because your rudeness is different. Aurora.
Yes?
Marry me.
Have you had too much to drink?
I've had one glass.
So you're serious?
I don't joke about this.
Dominic, do you even know me?
No. But I want a lifetime to learn.
This proposal is awful.
Will you say yes?
I'll think about it.
Again, you need to see how you feel.
This time I'm in a very good mood. So yes.
Julian, look! The news says your father is engaged.
What? My dad is getting married? Why didn't I know?
Your father didn't even tell you? Who is she?
No idea. But anyone who can marry into the Ashfords must be something.
Then we need a gift. She's going to be my mother-in-law. If we get on her good side, it'll pay off later.
Let's buy something nice.
How about this, for your father's new wife?
It's fine.
What do you mean fine? It's from her future daughter-in-law. It has to be the best. Well, little sister, what are you doing here? Shopping. Shopping? With what money? Your mother is in the ICU burning through tens of thousands a day. Instead of paying her bills, you're in a luxury store? Or is she already dead, so there's nothing left to pay? My mother is none of your concern. I can afford her bills.
You can afford them? You don't even have a real job. Where'd the money come from? A man?
Seraphina, what an imagination. I just know how to manage money, unlike some people rushing to suck up to their mother-in-law before they're even married.
What do you know? I'm planning for my future. Once I marry into the Ashfords and win over my mother-in-law, the whole Ashford world will be mine. I'll have anything I want. A woman like you, who can't even keep a man, will never make it into that world.
Seraphina, you're not even through the door yet and you're already planning your grand life? What if your new mother-in-law doesn't like you? Won't all these gifts be a waste?
Aurora, don't get smug. Once I marry into the Ashfords, let's see how long you can keep pretending.
Seraphina, good luck. But keep a close eye on your man. Don't let someone else steal him.
Bitch!
Ignore her. Let's buy our gift.
Do you think our future mother-in-law will come out to meet us?
My dad isn't home, Someone has to play hostess.
She's coming. Stand up straight.
What are you doing here?
We brought your fiancé a gift. We wanted to meet her first.
Dad, why didn't you tell me you were engaged? I haven't even met my future stepmother.
She doesn't like meeting strangers.
Then, can we meet her? Just to say hello.
She's resting today.
Dad, we're already here. Just let her come out for a minute. We're all family now.
Family? You don't even know when I come home, and now you remember we're family?
I wanted to surprise you.
Surprise? You bring your fiancé to my house with gifts and call that a surprise?
Mr. Ashford, we meant well. We picked this gift carefully. You can pass it to her for us.
Leave it.
What kind of person is your fiancé? We'd like to get along with her.
You'll know soon enough.
Finally, I get to meet her.
Let's see what kind of woman my dad married. Sir, your tea.
That's it?
Who else did you expect?
No one.
We'll leave then. Please pass along the gift.
Dad, the wedding is next month at Ashford Manor. You and my future stepmother have to come.
Please honor us with your presence, you and Mrs. Ashford.
Noted. Did you find it?
Yes, full details on Aurora Winters.
Bring it here. Destroy it.
Yes. Mr. Ashford, were you looking for me?
Still calling me Mr. Ashford?
Dominic. Better?
Barely. Julian and Seraphina came by. They invited us to the wedding.
Us? You said yes?
I did. But I said my fiancé doesn't like meeting strangers.
Then why invite me?
I want you there, as my fiancé.
All right. From today on, I'm the lady of the Ashford family. That bitch Aurora probably didn't even get an invitation.
She'll never get through this gate.
Yes, I do.
Next, please welcome the groom's father, Mr. Dominic Ashford, for his speech.
Why is she? Aurora?
What is she doing here?
I don't know.
Lady of the house, please. At most, she's here to help him down the aisle.
But what she's wearing...
Borrowed. Her mother's in the ICU. Where would she get the money?
Dominic, something came up. I need to leave.
Go.
Running off already? Of course. She never belonged here.
Looks like it.
Today is my son's wedding. Continue.
Was I wrong?
No. What if she really is Dad's woman?
At your father's age, chasing a young girl would be embarrassing. Don't be naive. Aura is probably a maid at the old estate.
Then should we go to the old estate and see?
Of course. And while we're there, we'll show certain people what a real lady of the house looks like. Let your father see what kind of woman his son married.
If we run into Aurora, don't say anything. Leave her to me.
Fine. Mr. Ashford is in the study.
Soon, this whole house will be ours.
Keep your voice down.
Well, look who it is. Are you working here? Serving tea, delivering files, so this is what you've been reduced to. With your mother's ICU costing tens of thousands a day, I guess you have to sell your labor somehow.
No wonder you're dressed like that. Is that the maid uniform?
Why aren't you talking? Did I hit a nerve? Are you sweeping floors or wiping tables? How much do you make a month? For old time's sake, I'll ask my father-in-law to give you a raise. I'm here to see Dominic.
See, Dominic.
You're a servant, and you call him by his first name? Here, a tip. Clean the floor properly. Don't embarrass the Winters family.
Are you done?
What, not enough?
Seraphina, the most valuable thing in this house isn't the furniture, it's the man upstairs.
What do you mean?
I stayed here last night. In his room.
Don't be mad. Mr. Dominic just asked me to organize the study. He said I was careful and asked me back today.
You seduced him? You bitch! Shameless slut! Today I'll clean house for the Winters family!
She's just a maid. Hit her. Father won't care.
Stop! What are you doing? What are you doing?
Are you hurt?
I'm fine. Please, let me explain. This maid, she deuced you.
Yes, she said it herself. She was in your room last night.
Maid?
She's a servant here, isn't she? Dressed like that, delivering files. She's a gopher. I taught her a lesson for you, so she knows her place.
You taught her a lesson for me?
I did it for your own good. Trash like her can be sent away with a little money. Don't let her fool you. She said she slept in your room last night. How shameless can she be?
Who are you calling trash? Who are you calling shameless?
Please, let go of me.
She was in my studio last night. My stomach hurt, and she poured me a glass of water. That's all.
Then why did she say she lives here?
Because she belongs here. She is my wife, the lady of the Ashford family.
What?
You heard me. Aurora Winters is now Aurora Ashford.
Did you know?
I didn't know.
Every slap, every insult, every time you called her trash, I will settle with you.
She seduced you first! She has no shame! Ah!
Shut up! Pick up the money. Donate to the shelter. List the donor as Seraphina Winters. Yes. Starting today, you two move back into the old estate. Aurora will teach you the rules every day. You leave only when she's satisfied.
Move back here? We're already married! Why should we live in the servants' rooms?
Because this house is mine.
Dad, we have our own apartment.
I bought that apartment. I bought the car. I bought the suit you're wearing.
She made you do this!
Seraphina, I didn't say a word. Mr. Ashford simply thinks you need to learn how to be Ashfords. I need her to teach me? Bitch.
Seraphina, enough.
Starting today, you two move back into the old estate. Aurora will teach you the rules every day. You leave only when she's satisfied.
I don't need her, Jingmei!
Then don't be an Ashton.
Agree for now. We'll deal with it later.
Fine. I'll learn.
Move their luggage upstairs. The 2 rooms at the end of the hall. Yes, sir.
Those are servants' rooms!
If you don't want them, leave. The marriage is void.
We're already married. You can't.
In the Ashford family, marriages count when I say they do.
Seraphina, this is just the beginning. Now that you're on my turf, don't expect to leave.
Are you insane?
Your father humiliated me like that, and you said nothing!
Would it have helped? You saw his attitude!
You're useless!
Watch your mouth. You begged me to dump Aurora. Regretting it now?
Find out about ICU her mother's is in, which room, as fast as possible.
Your mother is what you care about most, right? Then I'll start with her. Once she's dead, let's see how smug you are.
40 seconds late. The bed was too hard. I didn't sleep well.
The lady of the Ashford family arrives 10 minutes early. Tomorrow, come earlier. Stand there. First lesson. Watch me eat.
You want me to stand here and watch you eat?
Too tired to stand? Kneel.
Aurora! Don't push it!
Push it? When you stole my fiancé, did that feel like pushing it? When you shoved my mother, did that feel like pushing it? By the way, did you find Mother's room when you called last night?
How did you know?
Did you think the hospital would keep your secret? My mother's attending doctor has been a Wintons family friend for 20 years. The moment you called, he told me.
I was just concerned.
Concerned? You wanted her floor and bed number so you could send someone after her. Seraphina, don't bother. Starting today, no one but me gets into Prince Tutorian Hospital ICCU. Dominic has handled it. Stand still. Set the table for 12 before lunch. 1 wrong setting, no lunch. 3 wrong, no dinner.
I've posted guards at the hospital. Behave.
I didn't.
No promises.
Seraphina, stop thinking about hurting my mother. Thinking about surviving today. You think locking down the hospital stops me? I won't rest until your mother is dead. By the way, if you damage a fork, you pay for it. $3,000 each. I'll add it to your account. 3 place settings are wrong. Dinner is off.
I spent all morning setting this table. My fingers are raw.
And guests won't overlook mistakes because your fingers hurt.
I'm done! I want to see Julian!
Julian? He left first thing this morning. Said he was going to the office. He was really meeting another woman.
What woman?
I don't know. But Alfred said they went to the cafe at the Four Seasons.
Pick up!
Seraphina, did you really think the man you stole was ever yours?
You're trying to mess with my marriage.
Mess with it? I'm just telling you what happened. If you don't believe me, go ask at the Four Seasons. Use my name. They'll let you see the security footage. Not so fast. You're my student now. You don't leave this house without my permission.
You dare stop me?
Touch me, and I'll have Dominic lock you in the basement. Want to test me?
Let go of me.
Want Julian? Fine. Kneel and beg.
In your dreams!
Then wait here. When Julian comes back, see how he lies to your face.
What is it?
Where are you?
At the office. Working late.
Julian Ashford, if you dare betray me!
Stop acting crazy. I'll be back soon.
My baby. I still have my baby. Once this baby is born, the Ashfords can't kick me out. Aurora, just wait. Keep watching her.
Yes, Mrs. Ashford.
What happened to your phone?
Where did you go?
The office. I told you I was working late.
The office? Is the cafe at the Four Seasons your office too?
You followed me?
You're cheating!
She was my former assistant. She wanted to talk about changing jobs. Why are you losing your mind?
You need a hotel cafe to talk about a job change? And she had to laugh that happily? I heard it over the phone.
Enough!
Enough! Your father and Aurora locked me up in this dump, and you go out looking for other women and you tell me enough?
What's all this noise?
It was you! You told me Julian was at the Four Seasons. You did it on purpose!
Seraphina, I simply told you where your husband was. Hitting him and cursing him were your choices.
You told her?
I saw it and mentioned it. What? Feeling guilty?
I'll tear that mouth off your face!
My stomach hurts.
Hurts? That's quite an act.
Call a doctor!
You did this on purpose. You want me to miscarry.
Yes, I did it on purpose. But if I say that out loud, who'd believe you? When you shoved my mom into the ICU, no one believed you either.
You go upstairs.
Take care of yourself, Seraphina. If you lose that baby, you'll have nothing left in the Ashford family.
What did you say to her just now?
The truth.
What truth?
I said that when she shoved my mom into the ICU, no one believed me. Now she says her stomach hurts, and no one believes her. Fair is fair.
Patient is showing signs of threatened miscarriage. She needs to be admitted for fetal monitoring. Where's her family?
I'm her husband.
The patient is emotionally unstable and keeps saying Aurora is trying to hurt me. Who is Aurora?
I'm her sister.
She says you want to hurt her baby.
Seraphina has never been very stable. Doctor, you can check her medical history. She saw a therapist when she lived the Wintons family.
What did you say?
Didn't you know? She had insomnia and anxiety. The doctor prescribed medication. I thought she got better after you two married.
There is a record. We'll keep that in mind.
What exactly are you doing?
You really thought you knew her? She'd do anything to marry you. Do you know how many times she asked my father for money?
Enough. We're going home.
You'll regret this.
Regret? The thing I regret most is ever agreeing to marry you. I won't make that mistake again.
Julian, where is she?
She went home. Focus on the baby. The doctor said if you get worked up again, you may lose it.
She did it on purpose. Believe me.
Does it matter whether I believe you? My father believes her.
Aurora, you have someone backing you. So do I. Mine is in my womb. Your blood pressure is high. You need absolute bed rest. When can I leave the hospital?
At least a week. 1 week from now, I'll show you who the real lunatic is.
What are you reading?
Seraphina's birth mother's file.
Margaret Hall, 52, lives in Brooklyn, 2 sons. Why are you looking for her?
Nothing. I just found her.
Are you planning to have her meet Seraphina?
No, not yet.
Then when?
When Seraphina is at her proudest, when she has already won. For example, after our wedding.
You want her birth mother to show up at the wedding?
No. I want her birth mother to appear after the wedding, after Seraphina thinks she's safe as the young Mrs. Ashford. I want her to tell Seraphina, you are an abandoned child. You never deserved the Wint's name.
You're much more ruthless than she is.
When she shoved my mother, she didn't wonder it was ruthless. When she hired someone to transfer my mother, she didn't wonder either. I'm just giving her exactly what she gave us.
The hospital says Seraphina is stabilized, but she keeps asking why Julian hasn't visited her.
Julian? He was drinking at a bar until 2 a.m. last night. I had Alfred take a few photos.
You had someone follow him?
No. Alfred reports everyone's whereabouts every day. That's your rule. I just looked a little more closely. This is Margaret's address and contact information. Hold it for me. When I need it, give it back.
Aren't you afraid I'll open it?
You won't, because you want to see how far I can go.
You guessed right.
This week, Seraphina is stuck in the hospital. I need to take care of something.
What?
Go see Margaret. Let her know someone is watching. Make her afraid. Make sure she doesn't run.
I'll send a car.
No. The fewer people know about this, the better.
This woman, how much else is she hiding from me?
Who are you looking for? Margaret Hall? I'm Aurora Winters. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to give you money. How long have you lived here?
10 years. What do you want?
$50,000.
You're the daughter of Seraphina's adoptive parents?
Yes. She stole my fiancé and shoved my mother into a veterinary state. Now she's living in the Ashford manor, pregnant with that man's child, thinking she's one.
She became that kind of person?
When you left her at the orphanage gate, did you ever wonder what kind of person she would become? I don't blame you. You had no choice back then. You have a chance to make it right.
How?
Wait for my call. I'll tell you when to meet Seraphina. You only need to tell her that you're her birth mother and that you abandoned her back then. Nothing else.
She'll hate me.
She already hates everyone. One more won't matter.
This money is for me?
Yes, $50,000. After you meet her, another $50,000. Then you leave New York and never come back.
You're not afraid I'll warn her?
Warn her? About what? That I asked you to meet your biological daughter? That's not illegal. But if you don't go, I'll make sure your two sons know their mother abandoned a child.
How do you know about my two sons?
I know everything, so you'd better do as you're told.
Wait for my call. Don't leave New York. I'll have someone watching you. Seraphina, your birth mother is in a Brooklyn slum. The status you fought so hard for was something she threw away with her own hands. When you learn all of this, you'll understand that from the start, you never deserved any of it.
You saw her?
I did.
Did she agree?
She had no choice.
Are you really going to have her meet Seraphina after the wedding?
After the wedding, or earlier. It depends on how Seraphina behaves.
What behavior?
If she quietly carries the baby to term, I'll let her enjoy a few more comfortable days. Otherwise...
How many cards are you holding?
Not telling. A little suspense is more fun.
Aurora, did you marry me just to get revenge? You still haven't answered me. Did you marry me just to get revenge?
How do you want me to answer? If I say yes, you'll be disappointed. If I say no, you won't believe me.
I want the truth.
Dominic, you're 45. You've met so many women. Can you really not tell which one's sincere and which ones only want your money?
I can, but I can't read you.
Then stop trying. Just know this. Right now I'm standing here not for Julian, not for Seraphina, but for you.
Prove it to me.
Once Seraphina's dealt with, we'll have all the time in the world. Right now, you just need to trust me.
Seraphina is discharged tomorrow. What are you planning?
Bring her back to the manor. Keep up her lessons. She's pregnant, so we can't get rough.
Aren't you afraid she'll retaliate?
I am. That's why I kept one card.
Her birth mother?
But not yet.
Doesn't it exhaust you, planning this far ahead?
It does. But I can't stop. My mom is still in the ICU. As long as she hasn't woken up, I can't stop.
Tomorrow I'll pick Seraphina up from the hospital, have Julian go too.
Why?
Let her see how cold her husband is toward her. What a woman fears most isn't her enemy, but indifference from the man beside her.
All right.
Dominic, you asked if this was only for revenge. I'll tell you now, if it were only revenge, I wouldn't have chosen you. I would have picked someone easier to handle.
Someone easier to control? Is she saying she can't control me?
Sir, the hospital called. Miss Seraphina asked to be discharged tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Got it. Have the driver pick her up on time.
You finally came.
My dad told me to.
Seraphina, I haven't seen you in a week. You look much better. Did the doctor say the baby is stable?
Thanks to you, yes.
Good. The Ashfords are waiting for this baby. You'd better take good care of yourself.
You didn't visit me once this whole week.
Work was busy.
So busy you couldn't spare 10 minutes?
You're fine now, aren't you? Stop making a scene.
Seraphina, the car is waiting outside. Grandma said the whole family is having lunch together to welcome you back. Don't be late.
Welcome me back? More like a trap.
How could you think that? We're all family. Careful, Seraphina. Watch your step. Seraphina, did this week in the hospital help you figure things out?
Figure what out?
Your place in the Ashford family. You're not the lady of the house. You're just the pregnant daughter-in-law. The lady of the house is me.
You married my father-in-law, not Julian. What are you so smug about?
What I enjoy is that the man you schemed so hard to steal is the one your mother-in-law threw away. The man I want is your father-in-law.
You're disgusting.
Disgusting? Was it not disgusting when you stole your sister's fiancé? When you shoved your adoptive mother? Seraphina, you don't get to call me disgusting.
You're back.
Grandma.
Come in as ready. After lunch, your lessons continue. Aurora says you still can't set the pedalway correctly, so you'll keep practicing this week.
I'm pregnant. I can't stand for long periods.
Says who? When I was pregnant with Dominic, I worked on my feet until I went into labor. Ashford women aren't that delicate.
Grandma, Seraphina was just charged. Let her rest for a day. She can start tomorrow.
Fine. You're soft-hearted. We'll do it your way.
Why are you pretending to be kind?
To hurt you. See? Grandma listens to me, not you. Now do you understand who has a say in this house?
Mrs. Ashford, the hospital called. Mrs. Isabella, she's awake.
What?
The doctor, she's conscious and able to speak.
She's awake? If she wakes up, she'll identify me. No, I can't let her talk. Help me find out who Isabella Winters' attending physician is. I need his contact information. Hurry.
Mom!
Aurora, you've lost weight.
You're awake. That's all that matters.
Mr. Ashford, thank you.
Please, call me Dominic. Rest well. The doctor said you can move to a regular room in a couple of days.
Where is Seraphina?
She's at the manor.
She pushed me. I remember. After she pushed me, she said I deserved it.
Mom, don't get worked up. The doctor said you just woke up and can't talk too much.
I want to press charges. I want everyone to know what she did to me.
I've already had the lawyers prepare. Once you're stable, you can sue whenever you're ready.
I was never cruel to her. I raised her like my own daughter. Why would she do this?
Mom, don't think about that. All that matters is you're alive.
The patient needs rest. Family should step outside.
Mom, I'll come see you tomorrow.
Your mother is awake. You have another card in your hand.
She isn't a card. She's my mother.
I know. But Seraphina won't see it that way. She'll do everything she can to stop your mother from speaking.
Let her try.
The nurse just told me someone called the station asking who Isabella's attending physician is.
Who called?
The nurse wasn't sure, but the caller ID was an unknown number. I've already sent someone to check.
It must be Seraphina. She's afraid my mom will identify her. So she wants to bribe the doctor.
Don't worry. I've put 2 bodyguards outside the ICU. No one gets in except you and the doctors.
I need to back. I want to tell Seraphina to her face that my mom woke up. I want to see how she reacts.
Aren't you afraid she'll be driven into a corner?
That's exactly what I want. The more desperate she gets, the more likely she is to make a mistake.
Your mom woke up?
Yes. She's awake. And she remembers who pushed her.
She remembered wrong. It wasn't me.
Is there any point saying that now? Once my mom speaks, do you really think you can stay in the Ashford family?
Aurora, we're sisters. You can't do this to me.
Sisters? Did you think about sisters when you shoved my mom? When you stole my fiancé? And now you talk to me about sisters?
By the way, I've already had the lawyers prepare the complaint. Aggravated assault, a minimum of 3 years. Just wait for the court summons.
Can't sleep? Thinking about how to find a lawyer?
You may have cut off my options, but you can't cut off my life. I have a baby in my belly.
After you give birth, prison will still be waiting.
Your mother woke up. Why hasn't she sued me? Because she hit me first. I pushed her in self-defense.
Keep making things up. Once we're in court, who will the judge believe? An old woman hit a pregnant woman first, and I pushed her away. This slap was for my mother.
You hit me, a pregnant woman? All I have to do is get this injury examined, and I can sue you for assault. You were too impatient. This slap is my protection.
What's going on?
Mr. Ashford, Aurora hit me.
Did you hit her? Everyone go back to your rooms. We'll discuss it tomorrow. You shouldn't have hit her. In this house, whoever hits first loses.
Look at your father's fine wife.
Stop making trouble.
Isabella's attending physician. Find his weakness. Any weakness. Money is no object.
3 days.
Aurora, you think you're the winner? No. I'll turn your wedding into the worst nightmare of your life.
Didn't sleep well last night, Seraphina.
Your mom is being discharged soon? Congratulations.
Thank you. The first thing she'll do after discharge is go to the police station to give a statement.
Are you really going to destroy me completely?
You're the one who destroyed everything. Did you think about the consequences when you shoved her?
The lawyer says if you confess voluntarily and compensates for the damages, you can fight for probation.
What crime am I confessing to? She hit me first.
Seraphina, your only way out is to have a doctor prove my mother's memory is unreliable. But can you afford a good doctor? She took the bait. She'll definitely go to Dr. Rodriguez.
You asked to see me?
You took a $20,000 kickback 5 years ago and didn't report on your taxes. Do one thing for me, and this stays buried. Otherwise, I'll see you at the IRS.
What do you want?
Testify in court that Isabella was unconscious too long, suffered brain damage, and her memory is unreliable.
You want me to commit perjury?
It's not perjury. You'll just have doubts. Doctors have the right to doubt.
I need to think about it.
You don't get to think. Give me an answer in 3 days.
She took the bait. She wants me to perjure myself.
Say yes. Get her to sign a confidentiality agreement. Once we have it, proves she bribed a witness.
Understood.
I've agreed, but sign this confidentiality agreement first.
I can't mention our deal to anyone?
Correct. Otherwise, you'll be legally liable too.
What will you say in court?
I'll say Isabella was unconscious too long and her memory is unreliable.
Wait, does Aura know you came here?
She doesn't need to know.
Why did he ask about Aurora? Does he know Aurora? No. Something's wrong. The doctor is Aurora's man. That agreement is a trap. But she doesn't know I've already figured it out.
Seraphina, where did you go?
Prenatal checkup. The doctor says the baby is healthy.
Good.
You wanted to see me?
Do you know who saw Aurora run into your father back then?
The company driver? I think it was old Taylor.
Can you find him?
He retired last year. Why are you looking for him?
To have him to testify that Aurora planned it.
You want to expose her at the wedding?
Not expose her. Make your father understand that she married him for revenge from the very beginning.
I'll try. Old Taylor owes me a favor.
Mr. Julian?
Taylor, I need to ask you something.
What is it? Is something wrong at the company?
Do you remember last year when you helped a woman stage a motorcycle at the Sepulveda Avenue intersection?
How do you know?
That woman was Aurora. She's my stepmother now.
She paid me $5,000 and told me not to tell anyone.
Now I need you to come forward and tell my father that Aurora asked you to place the motorcycle there in advance.
No. Mr. Ashford will fire me.
You're already retired. He can't fire you. Besides, Aurora lied to my father. Don't you want the truth to come out? $30,000. Say your piece and leave. No one will trouble you.
When is the wedding?
3 days from now. Wait outside the garden for my signal. Old Taylor agreed.
Good. On the wedding day, you'll go out stage to give your speech. Then I'll come up. Old Taylor will be below the stage. If needed, he'll come out and testify.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes. She ruined me, so I'll ruin her too.
Seraphina seems to be in a good mood today. Your wedding is coming. I'm happy for you.
It's rare to see you so agreeable.
A family should be at peace.
You haven't been going to the hospital lately? I have. Prenatal checkups. The baby is healthy.
Enjoy your breakfast. Something is off with her.
Maybe she really figured things out.
Do you steal that from last time?
Yes. Higher price, 100,000.
Have it delivered to Presbyterian Hospital. I'll send someone to pick it up.
It arrives tomorrow.
Aurora, you left me with no way out. Then I'll leave you without a mother.
Old Taylor backed out. What do we do?
We don't need him anymore.
Then how do we expose her?
Who said we were exposing her?
You just go stage and give your speech. I'll handle the rest.
Hello.
The package is here. It's in your coat pocket. Tomorrow at 3 p.m., when you change the IV bag, inject it.
You promised I only had to deliver the medicine. You said it was just an ordinary sedative.
Changed my mind. 200,000. After it's done, leave New York and start over in another city. You don't have to do it. Then I'll tell the hospital you stole Demir. Guess whether you'll keep your license.
Fine.
Tomorrow, Julian gives the speech. I've revised the draft. Read it exactly as written. Seraphina, you sit at the far left of the first row. The church will be crowded, so don't move around, don't talk, and don't embarrass us.
Understood, Grandma. I'll sit there quietly.
Aurora, I truly wish you well. After tomorrow, you'll be Dominic's wife.
Everyone get some rest.
One hour left.
Is it lively outside today? It's my daughter's wedding.
It is very lively. It will all be over soon. Please rest. Thank you.
Please exchange rings.
The drug is already in. In a few hours, your mother will went into cardiac arrest.
What is it?
Nothing.
Tired, Aurora? You're in the mood to care about me? You're my mother-in-law now, of course I care.
The hospital called. They said your mom wasn't feeling well today and went to sleep early.
I'll go see her tomorrow. I'll go too. I want to see Mom. What would you go for? Seeing you would only make her worse.
Suit yourself. I'm going upstairs.
Dominic, I keep feeling like something is wrong.
You're exhausted. Get some sleep.
No, I'm not tired. I need to check something.
What?
My mother's attending physician. Why did he just happen to diagnose heart trouble on my wedding day? That's too convenient.
Who are you calling now?
Dr. Rodriguez, run a toxicology screen on Mother first thing tomorrow morning. Yes, a full panel. If it turns out to be poison, I'll make sure she doesn't even get a chance at probation. In a few hours, Isabella will start feeling tightness in her chest. Tomorrow morning, she'll have trouble breathing. The day after tomorrow,
The nurse is gone. No one knows.
Are you sure?
I put her in the car myself. She took the money and will never come back. Aren't you afraid she'll get caught?
so what if she does? She doesn't know who I am. The middleman passed everything along.
When did you become this ruthless?
From the day you dumped Aurora and married me. You taught me that if I want something, I have to take it myself. Aurora will go to the hospital tomorrow. You follow her. See how her mom is doing, then come back and tell me.
All right.
Aurora, if your mother dies, your wedding turns into her funeral. You must look beautiful when you cry. Mom, how do you feel?
My chest feels tight. I can't breathe.
Her blood pressure is low and her heart rhythm is irregular. We need a full examination.
She was fine yesterday. How did this happen so suddenly?
It may be a heart issue. We'll arrange a cardiology consultation.
I heard you weren't feeling well, so I came to see you.
Thank you.
What are you doing here?
Seraphina sent me. She said she was afraid you'd be upset if she came.
Of course she knows she isn't welcome.
Tell Seraphina my mother's health is none of her concern.
She's just concerned. You're too sensitive.
Concerned? Where was that concern when she shoved my mother?
Something's wrong. Seraphina has been acting strange since before the wedding. She must know something.
Your mom looks terrible. The doctor says she needs a heart exam.
Her heart? Interesting. That drug was meant to cause heart problems.
The doctor said it could be a natural heart condition.
Perfect. No one will suspect anything.
Aurora is already suspicious.
What good is suspicion? She has no evidence.
What if the doctors find out it was poisoning? What if the doctors find out it was poisoning?
That drug metabolizes quickly. By the time they think to test for poison, there won't be anything left to find. Are you scared?
No.
Julian, we're in this together now. Helping me means helping yourself. If Aurora wins, your father will leave the whole company to her. You'll have nothing.
I know. That's why I'm helping you.
What are you doing?
Looking for my earring. I dropped it here.
I haven't seen it. Get out. You! What's this? Those are my vitamins.
Vitamins? I'll have them tested.
You have no right!
Seraphina, why are you nervous? If they're vitamins, I'll buy you 10 bottles.
She found it. No, she didn't find anything.
I want a toxicology screen sheet for my mother.
You suspect someone poisoned her?
Yes, she has always been healthy. For her heart to suddenly have problems is too convenient.
Toxinology takes time, and if the poison metabolizes quickly, we may not be able to detect it.
Run it, no matter what it costs.
All right, I'll arrange it.
Aurora asked the doctor to run a toxicology screen.
Let her test.
You're not afraid?
That drug is imported. Its composition is special. It clears the system in 24 hours. She was poisoned yesterday. Today, they won't find anything. But there's one thing you need to do. The glass vials the nurse used is still with her. Find her and destroy the vials.
She ran long ago.
Then make sure she never comes back. Wait. Aurora is bound to be snapping at everyone like a mad dog now. Stay away from her. Don't let her see anything on you.
I know.
What did the doctor say?
They ran the toxicology screen, but the doctor says it may not show anything.
You think it was Seraphina?
Who else could it be? My mom got sick on my wedding day, and Seraphina looked so smug.
Without evidence, we can't accuse her.
So we just watch her get away with it?
I'll have someone watch her. As long as she acts again, we'll catch her.
What if she doesn't?
Then we wait. She won't be able to help herself.
The toxicology screen was negative across the board. No toxins were found.
Impossible. She must have been poisoned.
Medically speaking, the patient may have acute cardiopathy. This isn't uncommon in older patients.
Aurora, I came to see Mom. I heard she's ill.
You're pretending! You poisoned her!
You're accusing me again. Mom has heart disease. Even the doctor said so. You can't accept reality, so you take it out on me?
Listen to me. If my mother dies, I will make sure you go down with her. Then you'd better pray she lives. While she's alive, you can still accuse me. If she dies, you'll have no evidence left.
Leave. You are not allowed to come to the hospital again.
I'll leave the flowers here. I hope Mom gets well soon.
By the way, Seraphina, Dr. Rodriguez just called. He said the toxicology screen was negative, but he found traces of a rare imported drug. They're still tracing the source. Tell me, how many hospitals in New York use a drug like that?
Was there really an ingredient like that?
No, I was bluffing. But she stopped just now. She's guilty.
You?
I can't always wait to be hit. If she poisons my mother, I'll make sure she can't eat or sleep in peace.
I want to drive her out of the Ashford family.
How? She hasn't been convicted.
She doesn't need to be convicted. I want Julian to divorce her.
Julian won't agree.
Julian was with a woman at a bar last month. I had someone take photos.
You followed him?
If Seraphina sees this photo, she'll tear Julian apart. But if Julian sees it, he'll know I can destroy his marriage and I can also preserve it.
You're blackmailing him?
Not blackmail. A trade. He divorces Seraphina and the photo ceases to exist. He can still get part of the assets.
Seraphina won't sign easily.
That's why I need your help. Have Julian talk to her. The terms are negotiable. The baby stays with the Ashorts, she gets money, and we send her overseas.
I'll talk to Julian.
Dad? Do you know this woman?
You followed me?
Divorce Seraphina. This photo won't reach her.
You want me to betray her?
The two of you were a mistake from the beginning. Divorce is better for both of you. I'll give you 3 days to think. If Seraphina still doesn't know about the photo after 3 days, I'll know you were smart.
You've been drinking again.
My father wants me to divorce you.
What did you say?
They have something on me. If I don't divorce you, they'll show the photos to everyone.
What photos?
Me with another woman.
You cheated?
That was before you poisoned anyone. I thought you were finished, so I found myself a way out. But it's different now. You're not finished. You won this round. So I'm here to tell you I won't divorce you. I was wrong. Forgive me. We join hands. You deal with Aurora, I deal with the old man. Once they're both finished, the Ashford family is ours.
Your father gave you 3 days?
Yes.
Then within 3 days, we make sure they have no attention left for us.
How?
Aurora cares most about her mother. Isabella is still in the hospital. What if there's another accident? This time, no poison. Something smarter.
It's Aurora.
Answer it. Put it on speaker.
Julian, have you made up your mind?
Not yet.
No need to think anymore. I've already sent your photos to 3 media channels. By tomorrow morning, all of New York will see them.
Are you insane?
You two are the insane ones. You want to touch my mother? I'll destroy both of you first.
She's bluffing.
She isn't bluffing. She really would do it.
Then we act early. Tonight.
Isabella's room is at the end of the corridor. There are 2 bodyguards at the door, working in 3 shifts.
When do the guards change shifts?
7 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, 11 at night. There's a 5-minute window.
We don't need to go into the room. We only need to frighten her. That could trigger a heart attack.
How do we scare her?
She was unconscious for so long and only woke recently. If someone suddenly bursts into her room in the middle of the night shouting, her heart won't be able to take it.
Who goes?
Find a homeless man and pay him. Have him wear a white coat and pretend to be a doctor. He rushes in, says, Isabella, someone's trying to kill you, then runs.
That's too risky. What if he gets caught? What if he gets caught?
A homeless man takes the money and runs. If they catch him, he won't know who hired him.
Fine. I'll arrange it.
Tomorrow night. Aurora stays with her during the day and returns to the manor at night. We move after midnight.
How is your mom today?
The same. The doctor says her heart function is recovering very slowly.
Julian still hasn't answered about the divorce.
He won't dare refuse. He's afraid the photos will get out.
Aurora, have some milk. You've been too tired lately.
I don't dare drink anything you've poisoned.
See? No poison. You're too suspicious. Suit yourself. I'm going upstairs.
Isabella, someone is trying to kill you! Run!
Mrs. Wins! Mrs. Wins! Mrs. Wins! Someone broke in the room. Lock down the exits.
What?
What happened?
At the hospital, someone broke into my mother's room and scared her. She went into cardiac arrest.
I'll drive you.
She went into cardiac arrest.
I'll drive you.
Who was it? Who did this?
He was wearing a white coat and a mask. We didn't see his face. He ran through the stairwell.
Private investigator, hospital surveillance caught the fake doctor running out the side door. Check every nearby by camera. I want to know which direction he went before dawn.
When did you hire an investigator?
The day my mother first had heart problems.
What else you done?
I had someone watch Seraphina's bank accounts 24 hours a day. Hiring people costs money. Once we find the transfer record, she won't be able to run.
You hid all this from me?
You're on my side, but you're not ruthless. I am, and that's enough.
The patient is out of danger for now, but her heart cannot withstand any more shocks. Next time, we may not be able to save her.
It worked. Isabella went into cardiac arrest, but they resuscitated her.
She didn't die?
No, but the doctor said they may not save her next time.
That's fine. As long as she's alive, Aurora suffers.
The police are investigating. The homeless man took the money and ran. They can't find him.
How was the money paid?
Cash, no trace. Aurora will definitely suspect you.
So what if she suspects me? She has no proof. If she kicks me out, everyone will call her the monster who threw out her pregnant daughter-in-law.
Last night, that person said someone wanted to kill me. Mom, it was a dream. No one is trying to kill you. It wasn't a dream. I heard him.
The patient needs absolute quiet. She cannot be frightened again. Family members must be careful while staying with her. The patient needs absolute quiet. She cannot be frightened again. Family members must be careful while staying with her.
I want the surveillance footage.
The police already pulled it. The man wore a white coat and a mask. There's no way to identify him.
Seraphina did it.
We have no evidence. And she was home the whole time. The bodyguards can testify.
She doesn't have to go herself. She can hire someone.
Hire who? How do we check? I'll add more guards. They'll watch the room 24 hours a day. Anyone who enters or leaves must show ID.
See? The police say they're investigating. They won't find anything.
Aurora is about to lose her mind.
Good. If she loses her mind, she'll make mistakes.
Was last night your doing?
Grandma, I was sleeping at home. The bodyguards can testify.
Don't let me find evidence. If I do, I'll take you to the police myself.
Grandma, don't be angry. If you hurt yourself, Dominic will blame me.
Don't touch me.
I need to set a trap.
What kind of trap?
Make Seraphina think my mom is about to be discharged. She'll definitely act again before the discharge.
How will you make her think that?
Leak the news. Have a nurse accidentally let it slip. Seraphina has an informant at the hospital.
How do you know she does?
The nurse who poisoned my mother last time was her informant. That nurse ran, so she must have someone else.
You want her to act again and catch her in the act?
Yes. I've already planted my own people at the hospital. If she sends someone, we can catch them.
What if she comes herself?
She won't. She's pregnant. She won't take the risk. But she'll send Julian.
I heard Isabella's being discharged next week.
Who said that?
Nurses were chatting. I heard it when I passed by.
Too convenient. I just scared her, and now she's being discharged?
It could be true. Her condition stabilized.
No, this is a trap. Aurora is luring us into making a move.
Then we don't act. Once she's discharged, it'll be harder to get to her.
You're right. We don't move. Let her wait.
You're right. We don't move. Let her wait.
She isn't taking the bait.
No, she did. She thinks she's smart and is holding back. But I never planned for her to act before the discharge.
Then why leak the news?
To make her say we don't move with her own mouth. Once she says it, it proves she knows someone is waiting. She knows waiting for her to act. An innocent person wouldn't be that guarded.
You.
This recording, plus the earlier recording of her threatening the doctor, is enough to make a judge believe she has a guilty conscience.
You still can't do anything to her.
I don't need to take her down right now. I only need to corner her in court.
She didn't fall for it.
She's smarter than before.
Change strategy. Start with Julian.
How?
Let him know that Seraphina's end game is to get rid of him too.
Do you have evidence?
No. But we can create it.
Who is warning me? Aurora or Julian?
You don't look well today.
I didn't sleep well.
Julian, you've been very close to Seraphina lately.
She's my wife.
Your wife almost killed someone. And you're still protecting her?
Grandma, I didn't hurt anyone. You can't wrong me.
I'm not wronging you. I'm waiting for evidence.
What did you receive today?
How do you know?
Someone put one under my pillow too. It said she won't spare you either.
Aurora did it. She's trying to drive us apart.
If she did it, it means she's out of moves.
Don't fall for it. We keep still.
We can't keep going like this. Aurora won't let us go.
What do you want?
Leave. Go overseas. After baby's born, we come back and fight for the family assets.
You're scared.
I'm not scared. I'm being smart. Aurora's in the dark, and we're in the open. She has my photos. She can ruin me at any time.
Those photos are fake. She could Photoshop them.
Other people won't think they're fake.
I won't leave. Leaving means admitting defeat.
You're insane. If you don't leave and Isabella recovers enough to speak clearly, she'll send you to prison.
What about you? Are you leaving or not? If you stay, we fight together. If you leave, I'll tell them everything you helped me do. Poisoning Isabella, hiring someone to scare her. You were an accomplice in all of it.
You...
We're tied together. No one gets to run alone.
She found it.
I wanted her to.
What?
That wiretap was meant for her to find. The real listening device is in her phone. That old phone she uses to contact the middleman every day. I had a technician installed malware on it. I can see every text she has sent.
When did you?
Since the time she bought the poison. She thinks she's clever, but I've seen every step.
Then why let her keep acting so arrogant?
Because I want her to think she's won. A person drunk on victory is the one who reveals every hidden card.
Sit down. I don't bite.
What do you want?
Drink. I want to help you.
Help me?
Seraphina threatened you. She wants to pin all the crimes on you. Did you hear that?
How do you know?
I planted a wiretap in the servant room.
That's illegal!
Then report me. If you do, Seraphina's poisoning will be investigated too. And you're her accomplice. I can help you. Work with me and testify against Seraphina. I guarantee you won't go to prison.
She's carrying my child.
Once the baby is born, the baby stays with the aishorts. You can still see your child, but Seraphina has to go to prison.
I need time to think.
2 days. If you don't answer in 2 days, I'll give the wiretap recording to the police. Then I'll let Seraphina know you betrayed her. Julian, you're not a bad person. You just chose the wrong person. It isn't too late to turn back. Where did you go?
Out for a walk?
You don't look right.
I'm fine.
He must have met someone. Aurora?
What are you doing?
Looking for my hair clip. I dropped it last night.
What's in your hand?
See for yourself.
I just went for coffee.
Coffee? This receipt has 2 coffees on it. Who are you with?
By myself. I bought an extra cup.
Who are you lying to? It was Aurora, wasn't it? She aimed to negotiate you with—
She threatened me. She said she'd give the wire recording to the police.
What wiretap recording?
She planted a wiretap in our room. She recorded everything you said when you threatened me. She recorded everything you said when you threatened me.
Aurora, you're ruthless.
It doesn't matter. She records. And so do I.
I put her in the car myself. She took the money and will never come back.
When did you?
From the day you helped me send off the nurse. I've recorded every word you've said these past few days,
Including the homeless man you helped me find.
You're insane.
So if you dare betray me, we go down together.
What now? Julian won't dare testify against her.
We don't need him anymore. I have another witness.
Who?
Cassandra.
My mother? What evidence does she have?
She has no evidence, but she has authority. If she says publicly that Seraphina is the culprit, the whole city will believe her.
She won't speak casually. My mother hates getting involved in these things.
Then I'll convince her. Not for me. For this family. Seraphina even dared to kill my mother. Who is next? You? Or Cassandra?
Are you sure you can do it?
No. But I have to try.
Come in.
Grandma, I need your help. Seraphina poisoned my mother and hired someone to frighten her. I don't have legal evidence, but you know it was her.
I know. But knowing is useless. Courts require evidence.
It matters. If you publicly say Seraphina is unworthy Ashiash family and demand that Julian divorced her, Dominic will support you. The public will be on your side too.
You want to force her out?
Yes. We may not have criminal evidence, but the Ash family can drive her out. Keep her from entering this house, keep her from touching the baby.
Fine. I'll call a family meeting tomorrow. Everyone will attend.
Thank you, Grandma. Good. At tomorrow's family meeting.
I called you here today because I have something to announce. Seraphina, although there is no legal evidence that you poisoned Isabel, the Ashford family will not tolerate you.
Grandma, I didn't...
Don't call me Grandma. You don't deserve to. I'm giving you two choices. First, voluntary divorce Julian and leave New York. The Ashford family will give you money. And when the baby is born, the baby stays with us.
And the second?
Second, we publicly expel you. You'll become the laughingstock of the entire city. When the baby is born, you won't even have visitation rights.
You can't do this to me. I'm Julian's wife. Say something!
Are you going to be a coward again?
Enough. Which do you choose?
I choose the third option. This is the fetal sex test I had the doctor do. It's a girl, and the paternity test proves the baby is Julian's. You want to drive me out? Fine. I'll leave with the baby. Then I'll tell everyone the Ashfords stole my child and forced me into a divorce. Do you want that headline?
Are you threatening us?
Not threatening. A trade. If I stay, the baby stays with the Ashfords. If I leave, she leaves with me. You choose.
You won this round. But remember, as long as I'm alive, you won't have an easy day in this house.
Aurora, I told you I would come back.
Still awake?
I'm thinking about Seraphina's birth mother.
Margaret? Are you planning to use her?
I was going to save her until after the baby was born, but I can't wait anymore.
Are you sure you want to play that card now?
She threatened us with a paternity test. Then I'll tell her she can't even find her own birth mother. What right does she have to be a mother? Tomorrow, I'm going to see Margaret.
I'll go with you.
No. The fewer people know about this, the better.
Miss Aurora.
Are you ready?
Ready? For what?
To meet your daughter. The plan has changed. She thinks she has won now. I need you to show her she never won at all.
She'll hate me.
She already hates everyone. One more won't matter. 200,000. After you see her, leave New York. Never come back.
All right. I'll go.
Seraphina, someone is here to see you.
Who?
Come in.
Who are you? Seraphina, I'm your mother. I came to see you. You brought her here?
She's your birth mother. She wanted to see you. As your sister, I couldn't exactly stop her.
You brought her here to disgust me.
No. I brought her here so you would know. Even your own birth mother didn't want you. What right do you have to be a mother?
Get out! I didn't abandon you on purpose back then. I truly couldn't afford to raise you. I looked for you for 30 years. Shut up!
You should go. Seraphina, you drove away even your own mother. Tell me, when your child grows up, how will she see you?
Aurora, you'll regret this.
My greatest regret is not letting you know sooner that you're a child no one wanted.
Sue me? On what grounds?
It's not just a lawyer. There's also that doctor.
What doctor?
Rodriguez. He's going to submit the confidentiality agreement you signed to the court.
I was forced to sign that agreement!
Do you have evidence that you were forced? Aurora has evidence that you bribed a witness to commit perjury. If this goes to court, you won't just lose the baby. You'll go to prison.
Then it doesn't go to court.
What do you mean?
Make sure the doctor can't testify. Not kill him. Scare him. Make him understand that if he testifies, he'll lose everything.
How?
His son is in medical school, isn't he? Find out which school. Send him a letter, write his son's name and school on it.
You want to threaten his son?
Only threaten. Not actually do anything. He won't dare gamble. What's wrong?
Nothing. Work. Aurora, I received a threatening letter.
Who sent it?
There's no name on the envelope, but it has to be Seraphina.
Are you afraid?
My son is only 20.
I'll send people to protect him. Don't worry.
What if she really does something?
Then you should testify all the more. Put her in prison, and she won't have the chance.
All right, I'll testify. The doctor called the police. He received the letter and went straight to the police. They're looking into who mailed it.
They won't find anything. I had someone use a burner phone.
But the doctor is still testifying.
Then let him testify. I'll make Judge believe I was forced to sign that agreement.
Do you have evidence?
You're my evidence. You heard Aurora and the doctor on the phone. You testify that Aurora forced the doctor to set me up.
I can't. That's my father.
Your father is kicking you out of the family too. You're still protecting him? Julian, we have no way back. We either win together or lose together.
You've been very close to Seraphina lately.
She's my wife. She wants you to testify falsely in court?
You think I don't know? Walls have ears when she talks in that room. I'm giving you one last chance. Cut ties with Seraphina and tell the truth in court. If you don't...
Otherwise what?
Otherwise, you are no son of mine.
You never treated me like your son. What did you say? All you see is Aurora. You believe everything she says and nothing I say. It has always been this way ever since I was little. Now you want me to choose her or you? Fine. I'll testify, but I'll say what I want to say.
Your father came to you?
He wants me to tell the truth.
Did you agree?
No. But he said if I don't cut ties with you, I'm not his son.
He never treated you like a son anyway. You're just his backup. You're nothing. Don't you understand?
So when you testify, whose side are you on?
Are you sure we can win?
We don't need to win. We only need to make the judge believe Aurora is setting me up.
All right. I'll help you.
Call the plaintiff's witness, Dr. Rodriguez.
Doctor, did you meet with the defendant Seraphina in June of this year? Yes. She asked me to meet her at a cafe on the east side and demanded that I commit perjury for her. She wanted me to say the plaintiff was mentally unfit to raise a child. What did she give you? A confidentiality agreement. She had me sign on the spot. The key term was that I could not mention our deal to anyone, or I will a $500,000 penalty. Objection! This agreement was signed under coercion by my client. Opposing counsel is confusing the timeline. What evidence do you have that she was coerced? I call my client's husband, Mr. Julian Ashford, to testify. Mr. Julian, were you present at the time? Yes. Did you see Seraphina coerce the doctor? No. What I saw was the doctor volunteering to help her testify.
You're lying! Order!
Mr. Julian, are you certain? I'm certain.
Why would you do this?
I told the truth.
The truth? You know she threatened the doctor.
She's my wife. I can't watch her go to prison. You betrayed the Ashford family. The Ashford family? You never treated me like family.
From today on, you are not my son.
We lost.
No, there's still a chance.
Your Honor, the prosecution requests to call another witness, Margaret Hall.
She can't testify!
Defendant, sit down. Miss Margaret, are you the defendant Seraphina's birth mother?
Yes.
Did you meet with the defendant this June?
Yes. She told me to go to Dr. Rodriguez and threaten him.
She's lying!
Defendant! One more outburst and you will be removed from the courtroom.
She said if the doctor didn't listen, she would ruin him. I'm sorry.
Do either side have more witnesses? No. The prosecution rests. Defense requests a recess to prepare rebuttal evidence. Granted, we continue tomorrow at 9 a.m.
She won't admit defeat.
She has no choice. Margaret's testimony is already enough.
We lost.
No, there's still an appeal.
Appeals cost money. My father froze all my accounts.
Then we don't appeal. We run.
Run? Where could we go?
My birth mother took Aurora's money. She won't help us. But I have an overseas account with $500,000 in it.
When did you save that?
Before I married you. I knew this day would come. Tonight, when they take me for questioning through the underground parking lot, have a car ready. Help me escape, then we leave New York and never come back.
What about the baby?
The baby has to stay with the Ashrons.
No one noticed.
Go, now!
Seraphina escaped. She bribed a bailiff. She's driving out of the city now.
Did you call the police?
Yes. But she says she's pregnant, so the police won't chase too aggressively.
There's a check boat ahead.
Drive through it.
No! What if they shoot?
Turn around. Take the back road. They're catching up.
Hold on! Blood pressure's dropping. Prepare a transfusion.
My baby. My baby. Where is Seraphina?
In emergency surgery. She was in a car accident and lost a lot of blood.
What about the baby?
Premature.
We don't know yet if she'll survive. It's a girl. She needs to go to the neonatal intensive care unit. And you are? I'm her grandmother.
The baby, where? Alive.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
Do you want to let her go?
When she recovers, we'll talk.
Here to laugh at me? Here to see whether you're alive.
Where's the baby?
Alive. In the NICU.
Let me see her.
No.
She's my daughter.
You almost got her killed. When you ran, did you think about her? The doctor says your body will need a month to recover. In 1 month, you go back to court. Witness tampering, aiding an escape, resisting arrest. That's enough for 5 years.
I'll hire the best lawyer.
Do you still have money for a lawyer? Your overseas account had frozen. You thought you could hide it? Dominic had people look for 3 days.
Aurora, let me go. You can have the baby. I don't want anything.
Too late. When you poisoned my mother, why didn't you think about letting her go?
The doctor says the baby needs another month here.
Have you thought of a name?
You choose.
Hope.
About Seraphina, the lawyer says she could get 3 to 5 years.
Too late.
Given that she still hasn't recovered, the judge may grant probation.
We can't let her get probation. As long as she's outside, I won't feel safe.
Then it depends on the doctor's testimony.
Miss Aurora, I received another threatening letter. This time it was sent to my home.
Seraphina's people again?
The letter says that if I testify, my son's internship opportunity will be canceled.
Are you afraid?
Yes, but I'll still testify.
Thank you.
The prosecution calls Dr. Rodriguez. Doctor, did you meet with the defendant Seraphina in June of this year?
Yes. She threatened me over the kickback I took and demanded that I commit purry for her.
Did you sign a confidentiality agreement?
Yes. I was forced to sign it.
Objection! This agreement was signed while defendant was pregnant and emotionally unstable. It has no legal effect.
Witness, was the defendant emotionally unstable at the time?
No, she was very calm. She clearly told me that if I didn't sign, she would destroy my career.
Objection overruled.
Doctor, do you have evidence that the defendant threatened you?
I have a recording.
You recorded me without permission?
Defendant, sit down!
You took a kickback 5 years ago. Do one thing for me, or I'll see you at the IRS.
Does the defense have any more witnesses?
No.
The prosecution rests. Jury, please retire to deliberate.
What do you want?
To say one last thing to you.
I haven't been sentenced yet.
Do you think you still have a chance? The recording, the witnesses, your crash while escaping, which part helps you?
I'll help take care of the baby. But for the rest of your life, don't expect to see her again.
Aurora, I'm begging you, let me see her.
When you shoved my mother, you didn't beg her. When you poisoned her, you didn't beg her. Begging me now is too late. Begging me now is too late.
Jury, please read the verdict. The defendant, Seraphina Winters, is found guilty on all 3 counts. We recommend a sentence of 5 years imprisonment. This court sentences the defendant, Seraphina Winters, to 5 years in prison for witness tampering, aiding an escape, resisting arrest, and related charges. Because the defendant has recently given birth, the sentence will be delayed for 6 months. She will be taken to custody after the infant turns 6 months old.
I came to see you. You still have the nerve to come? I wanted to see my granddaughter. You don't deserve to. I know I don't deserve it. But back then, I truly had no choice. How much did Aurora pay you? 200,000. For 200,000, you sent your own daughter to prison? I had no choice. She threatened me. Enough. Leave. Don't come back. Can I hold the baby? "10 minutes. Leave. The baby needs to sleep. Baby, that woman is your grandmother, but she abandoned Mommy. When you grow up, don't be like her."
Seraphina still has 6 months of freedom. In these 6 months, she'll definitely find a way.
What else can she do? She has no money and no one left.
She has the baby. She can use the baby to threaten me.
The baby is an Ashford. She can't take her away.
What if takes the baby and kills herself? She'll say, if you don't let me see the baby, I'll die with her.
She won't. She's afraid to die.
You don't understand her. A person with nothing left can do anything.
Seraphina Winters, it's time to take you into custody.
Let me see her one more time.
Give me the baby. No. I'm taking her with me. You can't take her. She's an Ashford.
Aurora, I'm begging you. Let me take her. I promise I won't run.
You promised not to run last time, too. And what happened?
My baby!
Please get in the car.
Aurora! I'll come back! When I get out, I will come back!
Are you okay?
I don't know. I hate her mother, but this child is innocent.
We'll raise her well.
Seraphina has been well behaved in prison. She wrote to say she wants to see the child.
Did you reply?
I did. I said that after she gets out, if she behaves, she can see her once a month.
You've softened.
It isn't softness. I just don't want this child to grow up hating me. If she wants to see her mother, I won't stop her.
Her smile doesn't look like Seraphina's.
Then who does she look like?
You.
You've lost weight.
How is the child?
Good. Aurora treats her very well.
Has she mentioned me?
No. I came to tell you something. I'm getting married.
To whom?
You don't know her. An ordinary woman.
You think you deserve that?
I'm leaving.
Wait. Do one last thing for me.
What?
Take Aurora a message. I'll repay what I owe her slowly after I get out.
Aurora, you think locking me up means you win? No. In 5 years, I'll get out. Then we'll fight again.
Dominic, do you think she'll take revenge after she gets out?
Yes.
Then what do we do?
When the time comes, we'll deal with it. We're together. So there's nothing to fear.
When I married you, it was for revenge.
I know.
It isn't anymore.
What is it now?